Imagine this. You're sitting at home, scrolling through your phone, and you realize it's been weeks since you last heard from a friend. Maybe they're busy, maybe they've moved away, or maybe you just don't feel the urge to reach out like you used to. Does that sound familiar? If you're over 70, or even heading that way, you might be wondering if friendships still matter as much as they once did. Well, here's a thought that might surprise you. What if you don't need friends after 70 to live a full, happy life? Today we're diving into a topic that's all about flipping the script. Asterisk why you don't need friends after 70. 5 reasons to embrace independence and live happier star. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't about shutting people out or becoming a hermit. It's about recognizing that as we age, our needs, priorities, and sources of joy shift, and that's okay. For so many of us over 60, life after 70 is a time to rediscover ourselves, to lean into our own company, and to find peace and independence. Society tells us we have to stay connected to be happy, but what if the opposite could be just as true? This video is here to show you why going solo might be the secret to thriving in your later years, and why it matters more than ever to understand this as an older adult. Here's what we'll cover. 5 powerful reasons why embracing independence after 70 can lead to a richer, more satisfying life. We'll talk about everything from shedding social pressures to unlocking your own strength. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end because the 5th reason might just change how you see your golden years entirely. Whether you've got a bustling social circle or you're already enjoying your own space, these insights are for you. If this resonates, or even sparks a little debate, please give the video a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how you feel about friendships and independence at this stage of life. And if you're enjoying these kinds of real, uplifting conversations tailored for folks over 60, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Ready to rethink what happiness looks like after 70? Let's jump in with the first reason. Reason number 1. Freedom from social pressure. Have you ever felt that little pang of guilt when you turn down a lunch invite because you'd rather stay home with a good book? Or maybe you've dragged yourself to a gathering just to keep up appearances, even though you were wiped out? After 70, one of the sweetest gifts of independence is letting go of that pressure to be social. You don't have to say yes to every call or coffee date anymore, and that's incredibly liberating. Think about it. For years we've been told that happiness comes from a packed social calendar. But as we get older, keeping up with everyone can start to feel like a chore. I met a woman named Clara once. She's 73, lives alone, and told me she used to feel bad about skipping her weekly card game. Then one day she decided to stop going altogether. Instead, she started painting in her kitchen, something she'd always wanted to try. She said it was the first time in years she felt truly free, no one to please but herself. Give yourself permission to say no. It's that simple. Next time you get an invite, ask yourself, do I really want to go, or am I just afraid of letting someone down? If it's the latter, politely decline, maybe say, thanks, but I'm taking some me time today. Then use that time for something you love, gardening, watching a favorite show, or just sitting quietly with your thoughts. Start small and watch how light you feel. This freedom spills over into everything. When you stop worrying about what others expect, you're more likely to try new hobbies or skip that family event you dread. It's about living your life, not someone else's idea of it. Ready for more? Let's move on. Reason number 2. Rediscovering your own company. Picture this. It's a quiet Saturday afternoon. The house is still, the phone's not ringing, and you're just you. Does that scare you, or does it sound kind of nice? The second reason you don't need friends after 70 is that this is your chance to fall in love with your own company, and trust me, you're pretty great to hang out with. After decades of raising families, working, or keeping up with friends, we don't always get much time alone. But after 70, that shifts. Maybe the kids are grown, maybe you're retired, and suddenly, there's space to get to know yourself again. I know a guy named Tom. He's 71, and after his best buddy moved away, he started tinkering in his garage. He built a little birdhouse, then a bookshelf, and now he's hooked. He told me, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed my own thoughts until I had to. Start by carving out solo time on purpose. Pick something you've always wanted to do, maybe bake a loaf of bread, read that dusty novel, or take a slow walk in the park. No rush, no agenda, just you. If it feels awkward at first, that's okay. It's like making a new friend, it takes a little time to get comfy. This isn't just about quiet afternoons, it's about building confidence. When you enjoy your own company, you stop relying on others to fill your days. That strength carries into decisions big and small, from how you spend your time to how you handle life's curveballs. Speaking of strength, let's talk about the next one. Reason number 3. Less drama, more peace. Let's be real, friendships can be a roller coaster. One minute you're laughing over coffee, The next you're tangled in some misunderstanding or listening to the same old complaints. After 70, the third reason to embrace independence is dodging that drama and choosing peace instead. And oh, does that feel good? Friends are wonderful, but they can also bring baggage, gossip, grudges, or expectations you don't have the energy for anymore. I heard about a lady named Margaret, 74, who used to host a monthly book club. She loved the books but got tired of the squabbles over who said what. So she quit and started reading alone on her porch with a glass of lemonade. She said it was like a weight lifted off her shoulders. Take a step back from the chaos. If a friendship feels draining, it's okay to let it fade naturally, stop calling as often or keep chats short and sweet. Fill that space with calm, maybe meditate for 5 minutes, listen to soft music, or just watch the birds outside. You'll be amazed how much lighter your days feel. Cutting out drama doesn't just help your social life, it clears your mind for everything else. Less stress means better sleep, more patience, even a happier outlook. You start picking peace over chaos in all corners of life, and that's a game changer. Ready for number 4? Here we go. Reason number 4, time to focus on what really matters. Imagine you've got a free morning, no plans, no one to meet. What would you do with it? After 70, the fourth reason independence beats a big friend group is that it gives you time to zero in on what really matters to you, whether it's family, a passion, or just soaking up the quiet. Friends can fill your days, but sometimes they pull you away from the stuff that lights you up. Maybe you've been meaning to call your grandkids more, or dust off that guitar you haven't played in years. When you're not juggling a social schedule, you've got room to chase what's closest to your heart. My neighbor Ed, 72, used to golf with buddies every weekend. When they drifted apart, he started volunteering at a local animal shelter instead, and says he's never been happier. Make a little list, 3 things you'd love to spend more time on. Could be family, a hobby, or even napping, no judgment here. Then protect that time like it's gold. If a friend calls, it's fine to say, "I'm tied up today, let's catch up later." Put yourself first, it's your turn. This focus sharpens your whole life. When you prioritize what matters, you feel more fulfilled, whether it's deepening bonds with loved ones or finally mastering that recipe. It's like decluttering your days for the good stuff. And now the big finale. Reason number 5, you're stronger than you think. Here's the one I promised would surprise you. After 70, you don't need friends because you're tougher and more capable than you might realize. Independence proves you can stand on your own 2 feet, and that's a happiness booster like no other. We've spent years leaning on others for support, but by 70 you've got a lifetime of wisdom and grit. You've weathered storms, raised kids, paid bills, survived loss, and you're still here shining. Going solo doesn't mean you're lonely, it means you trust yourself. I think of my Aunt Rose, 76, who lives alone since her husband passed. She learned to fix her own leaky faucet, cooks meals she loves, and says she feels prouder now than ever. Test your strength. Try something small you'd usually ask for help with. Ordering groceries online, planting a flower, or figuring out that tricky TV remote. Celebrate the win even if it's messy. Each time you'll see how much you can handle, and that builds joy from the inside out. This self-reliance ripples everywhere. You'll tackle daily challenges with a grin, knowing you've got it covered. It's not just about fewer friends, it's about discovering you're your own best ally. And that's a gift that keeps giving. So there you have it, 5 reasons why you don't need friends after 70 to live happier. Freedom from pressure, loving your own company, dodging drama, focusing on what matters, and finding your strength. Independence isn't lonely, it's powerful, peaceful, and yours for the taking. Whether you've got a few close pals or none at all, this is your time to shine solo. Let's kick off this next chapter together, starting with you, right now being enough. Well, here we are at the end of our chat about why you don't need friends after 70, 5 reasons to embrace independence and live happier. I've loved sharing this with you. It's been like sitting down for a cozy catch-up, just the 2 of us. Before we part ways, let's take a quick look back at what we've covered, sprinkle in some encouragement, and send you off with a big dose of positivity. You ready? Let's wrap this up. First, we kick things off with the freedom that comes from ditching social pressure. No more forcing yourself to keep up with everyone. It's your time to say yes to what feels right for you. Then, we talked about rediscovering your own company, how those quiet moments alone can turn into some of the best times you've had in years. Next up was cutting out the drama, because who needs gossip or arguments when you can have peace instead? We also explored how independence gives you space to focus on what really matters, whether it's family, a hobby, or just soaking in the simple joys. And finally, we landed on the big one, realizing you're stronger than you think. After 70, you've got the grit and wisdom to stand tall on your own, and that's something to celebrate. So what's the big picture here? It's not that friends don't matter, They can still be a lovely part of life if you want them. But after 70, you don't need them to be happy. Independence isn't about shutting the world out. It's about opening the door to yourself, your strength, your peace, your joy. And here's the encouraging part. You don't have to overhaul everything overnight. Start small. Say no to one draining plan, spend an afternoon doing something just for you, or tackle a little task solo. Those tiny steps, they add up to a life that feels lighter, freer, and truly yours. You've earned this chapter, and it's waiting for you to make it amazing. I'd love to hear what you think. Do you enjoy your own company more these days, or have you found independence in a way I didn't mention? Drop it in the comments below. I'm always excited to read your stories and ideas. It's like a little community right here, and your voice makes it special. If this video sparked something for you, maybe a smile or a new perspective, please give it a thumbs up. It means the world to me and helps others find it too. And if you're liking these chats made just for us over 60, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one. I've got more coming your way. As we close, I just want to say you're incredible. Whether you've got a house full of friends or you're rocking it solo, you're enough, more than enough. Embrace this time, trust yourself, and know that happiness is yours to shape. Wishing you strength, peace, and a whole lot of joy at every age, because you deserve it all. See you in the next video, my friend. Take care.